I don't care what stance you use. You use whatever stance you use in your ready position. He keeps his feet apart. Some players bring it forward. You're still pushing off with the left foot. I was told as a kid, hold the racket like a gun, set up, is whatever's comfortable to you, that's the stance you use. I wouldn't emulate McEnroe or someone that you see on TV for the stance. I would just do what's most comfortable for you in that stance. Not get technical. Front foot should be pointed towards the net post. Back foot should be parallel to the baseline. That's we didn't go over that, but that's just a general rule. Okay? Sets up just like he is, good, comfortable. You'll see as he goes into his set to launch, he'll shift his weight from his front foot to his back foot, back onto his left foot. Go ahead.
Is that it?
Yep. Shifts it back, left foot, load. Again, there you go, that's okay. Now I want you to freeze in your set to launch. Freeze in your set to launch, so just toss but don't hit the foot. So in the set to launch, we look for a couple things. We look for this check mark position. Okay, where the elbow's bent, 90-degree angle, left arm is up. Usually this shoulder is above the other shoulder. That's what we look for. Strings like we talked about, out facing you. Okay, they're not open. I know it's getting tired there. We also look for his left hip to be inside the court. He's loading on his left. Okay, that's what's going to prepare him to launch or accelerate his body and racket up to the ball. Look for that set to launch position. He uses his legs to get up there. Where do we look for that toss? We look for that toss to be almost 1 o'clock on the first serve, especially toward me. Okay, so then we want the toss out there. That's going to put the racket there. If he tosses it toward the box, it's going to be over here to his left. It's going to be his arm doesn't come through that way. It comes through to the right side of his body. So we want to see the toss 1 o'clock. Okay, so 1 o'clock meaning toward me. Midnight means right to the net. Look at the full extension up to contact. Fully extended up to that ball at contact. Full extension. And let's watch and see which foot he lands on. He loads on his left. He lands on his left. Okay, he loads on his left leg. He lands on the left leg. Where's his right leg go? His right leg comes back toward me. I see the bottom of that shoe, that Prince logo on the bottom of his shoe. I can see right away. One more, then we'll do seconds. Right there, second serve. He doesn't change his grip, I change my grip. He may be a little bit taller than me, but most of our kids is 50-50. Between whether they switch it and make it a little bit more extreme versus a continental, he keeps the same. He's going to shape the racket from left to right. He's not going to be able to get this ball to kick high unless he hits the ball high. He can't hit it inches over the net and expect it to bounce high. So his goal is to hit the ball high, up, over my head, Dave, over the golf cart I put in front of you, and then kick it into that box and get it to bounce where outside of his opponent's strike zone. Go ahead. His toss might be a little bit farther back here, maybe on his forehead. We'll see. Go ahead. Oh yeah. Maybe on the next court.
Pressure.
Pressure. Good. You see that ball jump. You see that ball jump. I'm not in any danger. I know he's going to hit that ball high, and it's going to kick high. It's got a lot of motion. Okay, but the racket acceleration, left to right, toward my office, that direction. You can see how it sort of kicks that way. Good slice serve. Oh, slice serve. He's going to change his toss a little bit. I had a decent slice serve. I toss the ball a little bit more to my right. We'll see where he tosses it, but the main thing is when he makes contact. If it's a face, he's going to make contact and shake and take his outside ear off. If it's a face. All right. Get up even wider. Take some pace off. Show me Fed's outside wide serve. You can slice it as well. 3 different serves, 3 different targets. Out wide, down the tee, and in the body. Right? Yeah. As soon as I let him alone, then it's perfect. So 3 serves, 3 different targets, right? 9 different things you can throw at any time. The number one mistake I see from most adults is they come out and try to hit the first serve like they're John Isner, and they're going to knock the cover off of it, right? And then the second serve is weak, where they should develop a good second serve, hit that when you need to. I'd hit it as a first serve sometimes. Or if you've been banging first serves in, it's 40-15, now is when I throw a jump ball in as a first serve. Kate's back here waiting on the heat, and I make sure that she's doing something different, right, than blocking the ball back. Questions on the serve? Nick would say no questions, no lunch. So we must have done a good job. Good job, Justin.
Thank you.
I have a question.
Yeah. Now you have a question, Dave.
Well, is the is the finish the same? Like when you bring your racket through on the slice, the flat, and the kick, it's always the same?
Yeah, I don't really, I mean, you can ask him. I don't think about the finish, like
Okay.
I told you before. Do you think about the finish where you finish with the
Not
racket?
so much as the engaging of the ball.
Yeah.
Going up, like if you're hitting that kick, you're going up and out with it. If you're hitting that slice, you're coming around it. And you normally finish a little bit different anyway because of your initial push into the ball.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just wherever that racket ends up. I don't really think
No,
about it. It's got to
okay.
finish here, here, here.
Okay.
I worry more about what I'm doing at impact,
Okay.
as he said. That's
All
a
right.
great question, though.
Thank you.
Guys, check out the board. Have a great morning.